Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yep, what's good, original crew, man? We're back. Hey, man, we got a new Mr. Ballin' Short today, man. We got this man did the unthinkable to another passenger. Lost episode number 7. How you been liking the lost episodes?
Oh, I've been enjoying them. I have.
Gotta side eye you a little bit. Gotta see if you trying to pay. You lying or you
I'll
telling
tell
the
you a
truth.
joke, but I never tell you a lie.
A joke is a lie.
No, it's not. A joke is a joke.
No, a joke is a lie coming from you. A lie don't.
I tell a lot of jokes, but I don't be lying. I don't lie. I'll tell you if I'm lying.
Yeah, right. Hey, with that being said, before we get into it, make sure y'all check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go if you want to first support. All you gotta do is check out down below. Also, if you enjoy today's video,
Clocking it with a thumbs up.
Excuse you. Let's get it, baby. Let's check it out. Let's see who's about. You ready?
All right.
July 29th, 2008, a little after
July 28th. They said July 28th.
You were here if you. I'm trying to pay attention to the detail.
I was just talking about the number. How did you say
You
it?
kept saying it in my ear too.
I just said it one time.
No, you kept saying it. 1170.
Yeah.
What would you say?
1170.
No, you
but I thought
wasn't.
you said 1170, and I said just say 1170.
No, I didn't. I said 1170.
My bad.
July 29th, 2008, a little after midnight, a 40-year-old man named Vince Lee boarded a Greyhound bus bound for Winnipeg, Canada, using a fake name. He had left his house abruptly without telling his wife where he was going, but he left her a note, which she would later give to police, and the note just said, "I'm gone, don't look for me, I wish you were happy." Vince rode the bus for 5.5 hours without sleeping and got off when it stopped in Erickson. And the bus driver would say to him, "Hey, this is not your stop, you want to get off at Winnipeg." And Vince apparently just did not turn around, didn't react to him, didn't even seem to hear him, and just calmly walked away. And so the driver eventually just kind of shrugged his shoulders, closed the doors, and headed off. Shortly after the bus left, Vince was spotted sitting on a nearby bench holding a sign that said "Laptop for sale, $600. And over the course of the rest of that day and all night, Vince was spotted by multiple people not moving, not sleeping, sitting upright, looking straight out, not even blinking. The next day, on July 30th, a 15-year-old boy would approach Vince and offer to buy his laptop for $60. And Vince agreed, gave him the laptop for $60. Once the kid walked off with his laptop, Vince got up, went behind a nearby store, and burned some of his belongings before going back to the bus stop he had gotten off at the day before and waited for the bus. A little while later, at 5:55 p.m., Greyhound bus 1170 arrived at the Erickson bus stop, opened their doors, and Vince climbed on board and sat in one of the front seats. Sitting in one of the last seats in the bus was a 22-year-old father named Tim McLean, who had boarded the bus 5.5 hours earlier in Alberta, Canada, after a long stretch working at a carnival. When he got on board, he was exhausted, so he went to the back of the bus, put his headphones in, leaned his head against the glass, and had fallen asleep. And when Vince got on board, that's what Tim was doing. He was still sleeping in the back. As soon as the bus left the Erickson bus stop, some of the 36 other passengers on board would say Vince was acting very strange. He was looking down and muttering to himself, and at one point Vince got up and he was pacing up and down the aisle towards the front of the bus. When the bus made a quick stop, Vince stood up, moved to the very back of the bus, and sat directly next to Tim in the same seat. Tim woke up, turned over, looked at Vince, gave him a quick smile, and then rolled back over and fell asleep, unfazed. The bus started moving again, and then a little while later, at 8:30 p.m., Vince stood up and went to the bathroom in the back of the bus. And some of the other passengers noticed he had a large knife in a sheath on his belt. 5 minutes later, Tim is still fast asleep against the window. Vince comes out of the bathroom and he goes back into his seat, but instead of sitting down, he puts his right knee on his seat and plants his left foot on the ground right in front of the seat, so he's facing Tim. He pulls his knife out of the sheath and drives it into Tim's neck. Tim woke up and he was trying to fight him off of him and he was screaming for help, but Vince was robotic and unemotional, just continuously attacking Tim until he went still. Other passengers were half asleep when this started, and so it took a minute before it registered with everyone what was going on, and quickly people started screaming, and then the bus driver pulled over, and people were clamoring to get out of the bus. Once off the bus, a couple of the male passengers decided they had to go back in and try to save Tim, but when they walked up the steps and looked down the aisle, they saw Vince had pulled Tim out into the aisle. Vince's back was to the front of the bus, and they could tell that Tim's head was no longer on his body. At this point, Vince whipped his head around and looked at the three men that had come on the bus, and he jumped up and charged them with the knife, at which point the three men retreated and ran out of the bus. And luckily, one of them was the driver, who was able to initiate the security system on the bus that made it immobile, so Vince couldn't drive it away, and it shut permanently the doors until you deactivated the security system. Vince tried to push the doors open, but he couldn't do it, so he went back up and continued to attack Tim's body. While waiting for the police to show up,
Oh my gosh. What the world? Wow.
Are you fucking serious, bro?
Wow.
What the fuck? What was on that fucking laptop?
You know, tell.
No way, bro. My bad.
Horrified onlookers had to watch Vince as he continued to attack Tim, and in fact at one point Vince began eating Tim and actually held his body up to show them.
Oh,
fucking
heck
lying,
no.
bro.
I was not expecting all this, child.
You fucking lying, bro. Say what
Oh
now?
my gosh. I hate that I'm such a visual person. That's a lot.
Attacked Tim, and in fact at one point Vince began eating Tim and actually held his body up to show them what he was doing. Finally, the police arrived, and after a standoff, Vince leapt out of one of the windows and was tased repeatedly and then arrested. Once in custody, he said he was sorry, but he also said the reason he did it was God was speaking to him while he was sitting on the bus, and he was instructing him that Tim was an alien who was going to attack him, and so he needed to go kill the alien to save the world. In a controversial turn of events, Vince Lee was found not criminally responsible for the death of Tim McLean, and so was not given jail time. He was sent to a treatment program that, after he finished, he was fully released. He was allowed to change his name. He has no restrictions. He has no supervision. He is a totally free man. Just minutes after Vince was apprehended by police, one of the passengers who had been sitting near Tim when the attack started gave an interview where he described what happened. Here are segments of his interview.
I was just reading a book. All of a sudden I heard a guy screaming. I turned around and the guy sitting right next beside me was standing up and stabbing another guy with a Rambo knife. Repeatedly. Everybody got off the bus. Me and a trucker that had stopped and the Greyhound driver ran up to the...
You know what's so crazy? You can see him in his eyes. He just witnessed some shit that he probably thought he would, because his eyes are very much so like,
that's traumatizing, even for someone to have to witness.
yeah.
And
His eyes are looking
it was
like,
so scary because it could have been anybody on the
could
bus.
have been anybody.
It could have been anybody.
It reminds me so much
scary.
of that Florida case, because you know he was found.
Oh yeah.
The boy.
Yeah.
He's gone to a treatment facility, and once he's finished with, he gets set free. I mean, he did too.
Yeah. Just similar, yeah.
Very similar, bro.
And
they were just
from
outside in their garage.
Everything, yeah.
He's attacked them and started eating them alive.
A Rambo knife. Repeatedly. Everybody got off the bus. Me and a trucker that had stopped and the Greyhound driver ran up to the door to maybe see if the guy was still alive or we could help or something like that. And at that point, when we saw the head, we knew that the guy was dead. So then he saw us. He came back to the front of the bus, told the driver to shut the door. He pressed the button and the door shut. The three of us had weapons from the trucker's truck there, and we just stayed outside while he tried to get out the door telling him, "No, stay put, stay there. Don't try to come out." Some people were puking, some people were crying. The guy, he didn't care at all. He wasn't concerned with anybody. But the guy that he stabbed was listening to his headphones and sleeping. I honestly don't think that the guy knew him at all. I think he was just really crazy.
So that's going to do it, guys. If you found the secret in today's episode, let us know in the comments what it is and where you found it.
Wow. 22. Rest in peace to Tim.
Didn't see it coming.
Didn't see it coming. He's just probably doing what he do every day. Riding the bus home, listen to his music, fall asleep, you know. Not bothering anyone. That's sad.
And go out like that.
To go out like that.
And you could, so, ooh. I was not expecting that at all.
Nope.
Not at all, bro. What the
My heart goes out to his family, too. Just to know that the person that did your someone, your family member, your cousin, brother, sister, brother, whoever, you know, friend, like that, for them to now just be out and never really held responsible for anything, and he's changed his name, it's just
off the radar.
Yeah, that's sad.
But I do think like somebody like him should have to report back, like,
yeah, I think
at least monthly until like forever, until you no longer here.
I think all cases like that that's just my personal opinion.
They should have to check in. We should have to check your mental, and not only that, you would have to have therapy for a good bit of period of time. I ain't saying have therapy for the rest of your life, but check in for sure, so we can see and keep tabs on you, see where you at mentally. From our sake, I think that should be 100%.
Facts.
That's insane, bro. I never thought I'd hear some shit like that.
Yeah.
But honest, bro, in this world, bro, ain't no telling what you might be capable of hearing.
Yeah.
The world is sick, man. But hey, man, y'all spam us up in the comments. Y'all let us know y'all thoughts about it for us in the comment section down below. But until next time, y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is
Cee Nicole.
We are.
Kid and Cee.
We
Go
are.
and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my folks. Dollar.